Louisville is home to many interesting attractions. One most tourists know is the world's largest baseball bat. A few blocks and turns from the Slugger Museum is another type of world's largest bat. This time, it is the world's largest vampire bat.
Well, my grandfather and grandmother started a photography studio, and around 1920, my dad was a small boy, and he was actually hit by a car, and they received an insurance payout, and they had $25 left over after the medical bills were taken care of, so they took that $25 and invested in a few tricks and jokes to put in the waiting room of the photography studio, and pretty soon, people were coming to us a lot more for the tricks and jokes than they were for the photographs, so we closed the photography studio and started calling it Caufield's Novelty. My brother and I are actually third generation, and our kids are actually working here right now, but as far as owners go, it was my grandmother and grandfather, and then my father and his sister, and now my brother and myself and our spouses. Well, the giant bat came into existence after Louisville Slugger moved in down the street, and they put in their own giant baseball bat out in front of the museum, and that's only about 2 blocks down from us, so we thought it'd be kind of fun if there was another giant bat on Main Street. So we put the giant vampire bat outside, and so now we've got 2 giant bats on Main Street. We definitely have a very broad type of clientele. I mean, you have all sorts of different customers that come in, from the very strange to the very normal, but that's who we are. We try to have a little bit something for everybody. Well, I mean, it's really special for me, especially we'll have customers come in, grandparents that are bringing their grandkids in and say, my parents brought me in when I was a kid, and I wanted to bring my grandchildren in. So it's really neat when we get that a lot. We hear that a lot from people, and it's really, I think it's harder and harder to have an independently owned business, and especially one that is kind of specialized like this. So I'm very proud of that heritage. I'm very proud that we're one of the few left. Especially, I'd have to say that there's probably only a few in the country that have been around as long as we have been. Mac King and Lance Burton are both magicians that have gone on to become very famous and do very well for themselves out in Vegas. And when I was a teenager, they were our magicians here in the store. So, yeah, it's really neat to have a little bit of famous former employees. And, you know, when they're in town, they'll usually stop in and see us. Well, of course, I love costumes. I love the accessories that we have to put together costumes for people. People will come in with an idea, and we can help them put it together, and I love that. I love that we don't just carry costumes. We have all of the things that go with it. So from shoes, we carry costume shoes. We carry theatrical makeup, and we have 2 makeup artists on staff who can help you pretty much do whatever you want to do. So here lately in the world of reality television, the Face Off series has become really popular, and people have really gotten into theatrical and special effects makeup. So we really specialize in that, and I think that's a really unique feature of our store. And we have employees that are knowledgeable and have been here for a long time that actually know the product, where when you go into those temporary stores, they really just don't know the merchandise like our employees do. Well, I just tell people if you've never been in, it's really kind of an experience. It's not just a retail store. I mean, we have a ton of stuff to look at. Some of the stuff that we have is just, we've made it for fun so that it makes it kind of an experience for people rather than just a shopping destination.